I really enjoyed Davy Crockett and the River Pirates. This is a 1956 Disney film, directed by Norman Foster, written by Thomas W. Blackburn and also Norman Foster. We also have really great performances, but I'll talk more about those in a moment when I discuss certain characters. And I was pleased to see that this has 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb, because as with a lot of films from this time on Disney Plus, it started with a notice saying that these have negative connotations of certain characters or individuals, and yeah, that's definitely the case with certain kind of Native American characters, and I can see that being problematic, but also it's not horrendous. It's certainly not the worst thing ever. And honestly, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a little bit, well, it's kind of slow to get to the point, but what happens at the beginning is actually quite interesting. And the first kind of, I don't know, half an hour, maybe thereabouts, starts with a boat race. And I actually preferred that part of it to the rest of the film. But once it actually got underway and we had these pirate characters, I thought it became quite fascinating and unpredictable and surprising and engaging, and I liked some teamwork that we saw between certain characters. Really great character development. The narrative development is not the best, but I still enjoyed it, which is unusual for me if the narrative's very slow and the pacing's a bit clunky. But I think because I really liked the characters, I liked the songs in it, I still managed to quite enjoy it. Now, the characters, of course, we have Davy Crockett, played by Fess Parker, who is brilliant, and we have George Russell, played by Buddy Ebsen. But the standout for me was Jeff York as Mike Fink. I really liked the character of Mike Fink. He's the king of the river, and he's in charge of the boat that races against Davy Crockett's boat. And those scenes were just brilliant. His vocal performance was great, and the song, I don't know the title of it, but the King of the River song I thought was fabulous. We have various songs throughout this, including the Davy Crockett song, which I love. And I thought it was really well done, really effective. The characters were really likable, particularly Mike Fink. And there were things in this that I hadn't expected. Yes, there are some awkward depictions, absolutely the case. But I think you have to kind of look at this and go, yep, thankfully the film industry has learned from this kind of thing and has moved on from this. And there are definitely things in this that are enjoyable. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually preferred it to Disney's earlier Davy Crockett film, Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier. I just found it to be more interesting. The characters were more interesting. A much more engaging narrative, even when the pacing wasn't great. Also, the scene with it's not a chandelier, but the lights in the bar. You'll know which scene I mean when you see it. Love it. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. Davy Crockett and the River Pirates. It may not be perfect, but actually I enjoyed it considerably more than I expected.